Hello, Lions, and welcome to Webliography Wednesday, September 25th at Linda Elementary School. I am Mr. Garcia, your assistant principal, and there is no other place I would rather be than right here with all of you on this fantastic Linda campus. Now, Webliography, what is that? A Webliography is actually a lot of sources that you would use to write a paper or to prove a point, and it's similar to a bibliography, whereas a bibliography is about books. Webliography is about websites that you've compiled to write a paper to prove a point. Okay, very good. New word for you. All right, today it's going to be 90 degrees, which is somewhat of a relief. Now, today, teachers, thank you very much for getting your lunch count and attendance in. We really appreciate that. A couple of extra announcements here. Students, remember AR exchange in the library with Mrs. Worm needs to be quick. I noticed that it is going a little bit quicker. Students are taking that a little bit more seriously. However, you need to be getting done by the time your recess starts. Some of you, your AR exchange time comes right before your recess time to make sure you're getting that done and out to recess. Right, very good. Leadership and safety ambassadors, make sure you see Mrs. Reagan about getting your forms all in. Toys and games, once again, everybody, toys and games are not allowed at school. Those need to be left at home. Flyer, and I want to go over the flyer about the bracelets for the Fall Festival. This is coming up October 11th. It's going to be a fantastic event. You all know how fantastic this always is. But the thing I wanted to tell you about is that you can get your bracelet for that. Now it's a $7 bracelet. It's normally $7. We're slashing. We're just razor thin margins for us, Lions. $5 we're selling these for if you pre-order. That's just as low as it can possibly go. It really has barely gone up any over the last several years, despite all of the inflation. So we're absorbing that inflation right here, Lions, for you, because we want you to have a great time when you're there. All right. Please double check that there is a parent name, teacher name with all the cash that is brought in. If you bring in this bottom half, whether it's in English or in Spanish, make sure that you have that completely filled out. Your parents have done all of that, okay? PBIS today. Lions, let's all do this together. I've been in a couple of classrooms where some students do it and some students don't. I want everybody to say these three words. Now, let me give you a hint what they are. It's respectful, responsible, safe. Okay, we're going to do this all together. Okay, ready? And don't shout. Just say it together with me in about the same loudness that I say it, okay? 1, 2, 3. Respectful, responsible, safe. Now, I hope everybody did that very respectfully, because it would have been not respectful to have shouted that out in your class. All right, very good. Today, lunch is going to be inside, everybody. It's going to be inside. And I got a suggestion from a teacher, Mrs. Cisneros, that maybe we could watch the tables that are doing really well and maybe give them some kind of reward, like being first to leave the cafeteria, able to go out a little bit earlier than others. I think that's a great suggestion, and I'm counting on Mrs. Cisneros' class to be the first model class for that in the 4th, 5th grade lunch. Okay? All right. Speaking of lunch, I'm going to do lunch now since I'm talking about it. What is for lunch today? Basic cheese nachos. Okay, basic cheese nachos. But there's going to be some refried beans, carrots, corn, jicama sticks with that, which is going to all be really good. All right, and then for birthdays, a lot of birthdays today. Please be patient with me. Manuel Huerta Robles, 12 years old in Mrs. Williams' class. Gernor Sidhu, 12 years old in Mrs. Williams' class. Jagrup Sidhu, 12 years old in Mr. Yang's class. Azalea Trevino, 11 years old in Mrs. Coughlin's class. King Whitaker, 11 years old in Miss Lee's class. And Nolan Yang, 10 years old in Mrs. Sether's class. Looks like I can just spend my time in the afternoon over in the 6th grade, 5th grade wing from Williams to Yang to Coughlin, shoot on down to Miss Lee's class, and then go on over to Sether's class, and oh boy, I'll have all kinds of sugar in me. Okay, so now for some roar cards. Let's go ahead and read these. First one is for room 115 from Miss L. Miss Lal. Thank you for the opportunity to be your substitute teacher. Our time together demonstrated the power of teamwork and understanding and overcoming initial obstacles. Heart, love always, Miss L. Great job, room 115, 3rd grade. Very good. Brandon in Mrs. Edwards' class. Brandon safely passed his group scissors and did great. Good job, Brandon. Proud of you. Next one is for Julieta in Mrs. Messick's class. She reads every night and she passes 2 tests the next day. Great job, Julieta. The next one is for Nikki and Mrs. Messick's class. So sweet, kind, and hardworking. I can count on her to pay attention and try her best every day. Great job, Nikki. Amaya and Mrs. Adamson's class. Very studious and a pleasure to have in class. Doing great. Heart, Mrs. Adamson. The next one is for Miracle and Miss Daniels' class. Helping when there was a sub. You cleaned the whole classroom. Great job, Miracle. All right, very good. Okay, so let's just talk about a joke. And kind of not really a joke, but what goes zub, zub? A bee flying backwards. Okay, everybody, let's all stand for the flag salute. Hats off, hoods off. Hand over your heart, facing the flag. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, very good, Lions. We are doing so awesome. Remember, be here every day. Don't miss school, because when you miss school, of course, you miss out. Be here every day. Give us your best, and we will give you our best. And remember, the world is a different place. The world is a better place because you're in it. So have a great day, Lions, and we'll see you around.